position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hawkeyes will put total weather to crank us up. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ready to fire from the pistol. Running it to the right. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to the ground game on the left. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. Coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there and to create a negative play.
The power of Austin Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
Well, listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And here's the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move. Well, they finally stopped it, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unleashes one. Finds space on the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
first down. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown one pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye week sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
Kick is in the air. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Got some room after the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that is just outstanding route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Connection to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And you got to be wondering about the psyche of that cornerback now who just gave up the big play. He's going to be looking for that corner route later in the game. He's got to be careful he doesn't overcommit to the outside, because if he does, that could mean a big home run type completion if there's a big in-breaking route on his receiver.
And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Looking to scramble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading it out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right at the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Ducks line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. The Hawkeyes want to move quickly. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Iowa.
down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls and fires complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Ducks will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him fear the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He tries to take the top off. Buckeyes. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. On the run, deep down the right side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. They'll stop him and get him out of bounds at the 21, just short of the red zone, but they turn into a huge play. To the air on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Under fire. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A shot toward the end zone. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's McGee. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Osborne. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Makes the grab. It's Simmons. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They're dealing with a second and long. Grab behind the line. It's Simmons. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw again. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing down by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. The 20. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He makes the grab. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Silver. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. He wants to change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year. He comes up with a massive play right there.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They feed him again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense have scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Reinbold. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, this offense was sitting in such good position. I like the play call. I like being aggressive, but if you don't have something open right away, throw that football into the ground. Don't take a sack and now back yourself up and make it harder.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense is playing excellent on this drive here at critical down and distance. Second and goal and third and goal. They're able to get sacks and push the offense back, now forcing a field goal try.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 11 over Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Lindsey. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll give it to the back. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win down. They're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push-up.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to...
He's looking deep. It's complete. Touchdown, Ducks. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the right. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You've got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Browning. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. He caught it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. Takes an easy completion. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Makes it past the marker. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they...
Turning it on! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team